Welcome to episode 24 of Bottoms Up with Crystal Palace, and in this episode we've got Manchester United at home and then a Champions League game against Qarabag, and we're doing quite well in that competition so far. So two big games coming up in this episode. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of stuff. And let's see what's happened since you was last with me. So the last time we was here yesterday, we had Bayern Munich and Arsenal, Champions League and Premier League. 2 wins from 2 games. A 2-1 win against Bayern, the 5-2 win against Arsenal. And then after that, we followed that up with a 5-2 win against Everton as well. We actually went 2-0 down. Sargent with 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. But then Piscini, 2 from Ortega, Fernandes and Duchesne getting the goals for us. I mean, you look at that, we've got a goal in the 91st minute. Solly's got a yellow card in the 94th, just wanted to get his name on there. But yeah, I mean, when you look at the stats, we were comfortably the better team. Zahouri did get injured in this game, which is a real shame because he's been on scintillating form prior to this. But he's got injured in that game. He's still out at the moment as well. Then we played Leipzig in the Champions League and a 3-2 win in that game. And we had Martin Fernandes go out injured, but Piscini got a goal in injury time in the first half. They then had a goal disallowed. We then went 2-0 up. Then they made it 2-1 with Dani Olmo penalty on 82 minutes. And when that goal went in there to make it 2-2, I was livid. 94th minute, we concede a late goal. We've given up the win, but then 98 minutes we get an own goal from Faberski to make it 3-2 to us. Again, look at shots on target wise, we absolutely dominated. They did have a better XG, but a large part of that will be down to the fact they had a penalty. We had better percentage in terms of possession, and we had more passes completed than they did as well. Yeah, I think we deserved to edge that one. Then we came up against Chelsea, who are second in the table, I believe, and a 2-1 defeat against Chelsea. We didn't really play well. I mean, you look Piscini of a 6.2, Duchesne of a 6.5, Mensah of a 6.5. Yeah, we weren't great in that game. And when you look at the stats, we deserved to lose it. Yes, we had more possession, but they had a much better XG, more shots on target. They deserved the win, basically. So disappointed Piscini's goals disallowed, but at least Ortega got on the bench, got on the score sheet, and Mahara got an assist. And in terms of what that does for the table, it leaves us in 4th place in the Premier League table. We're only 3 points off the top. Tottenham and Liverpool and Wolves are all only 1 point behind us. So defeat today against Manchester United, and in theory we could drop down as low as 8th. So it's a very tight league table at the moment. If we look at the Champions League table, as you see, we're sitting 5th. We are doing really rather well. We lost that first game, or that second game rather, against Galatasaray, who, when you look at them, they're down here in 29th. The only game they've won is against us. I mean, that's madness. But we have beaten Copenhagen, Bayern Munich and Leipzig. So we've beaten some pretty good teams. We do still have Benfica to play in this competition, as well as Villarreal. But when you look at the schedule, our next game after Qarabag is Benfica. Then we have Barcelona, Villarreal. So this really is a must-win game because Barcelona are above us, they're 4th. Benfica are 9th at the moment. Villarreal are 16th. I'll be happy if we get into the blue part of it, but now that we're up here, I'm kind of thinking I'd like to keep us there. But as long as we qualify for the playoff stage, being in the blue zone, that is really all that matters. Let's get into the first of today's games. And as you can see from the early kickoff, Fulham have beaten Chelsea 2-1. We now have Manchester United at home, of course, and this is a team we're going to go out and play. That's going to go out and play against Manchester United. McKenna in goal, Calvo left back, Martin Fernandes right back, Escalada and Ortega in the middle, Fernandes and Akazvatni in the centre of midfield, with Duchesne, Mahara, Mohamed Sham and Piscini in our attacking roles. I think this team's starting to look like a familiar team now. I think out of all of these, we'd probably have Zahouri in here. But other than that, it's pretty much looking like a settled team for us. If we looked, and Jackson Mercado, by the way, Mercado, I'm really concerned about him. He's 19 years old and he's got 5-star potential, but he can't stop getting injured. This is his third injury he's had since he's been with us. He's out for 3 to 9 days, so he'll miss both games in today's episode. And I'm just starting to think that he's probably, if he can't stay fit, I don't see how he's going to be able to play for us. But let's wait and see. Let's get into today's game, concentrate on what's going on here and now. And Manchester United, like I say, they're second in the table, I think. They're obviously having a good season. They're the team that turned us down last season when they gave us a job interview. And straight away I noticed that Mason Mount and Rasmus Højlund still playing for Manchester United all these years into the future. I mean, bear in mind, by now we're 10 years in, 11 years in, something like that. So United have the ball. They're patiently building play in the middle of the park. Oh, Mahara's won it back. That's a good win. What can he do with it? Gives it to Fernandes. Fernandes still going. Oh, Emerson Fernandes. Probably should have scored that, to be fair. It's going to be a corner. It would be Duchesney, to take it. It's Mahara from the other side. And Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale was playing for Manchester United. Wow. Would you Adam and Eve it? I think I saw something in the summer transfer window area where Real Madrid were interested in Ramsdale. I mean, Ramsdale must be getting on now as well. Must be well into his 30s. I mean, I know goalkeepers go on till they're in their 40s these days, can't they? You know, if you buy a goalkeeper that's 32 years old, you're pretty much getting the goalkeeper almost in their prime at that age. So United have not really threatened a great deal in terms of attack at the moment. They've had no shots on target, obviously. They've had one corner. We've had 6 shots with 4 on target, but we're not getting much by way of highlights in this game. Here is a highlight, and it started with Manchester United. Abadar is through. Oh, he's blasted it over. Could do with filling these corners in on this stadium, really, couldn't we? Luque takes the corner now for Manchester United, puts it into the box, headed away by Ortega. Javi Guerrero now has it. He can come down the right-hand side to Luque. Well won by Calvo. That's a really good win back. Piscini now beating his man. He's marching forward. Oh, he loses the ball. Another corner for Man. I mean, they're getting a lot of corners, United. They really need to take advantage of these corners. But Chesney picks up the loose ball. He's got no one anywhere near being up front with him at the moment. He gets the ball over. Mahara, it's in. It's 1-0. 10th goal of the season for Mahara. Duchesney, who is a top assist maker in this team, gets the assist as well. And that is 1-0 right on the stroke of half-time. But can United get back into it? Oh, we've given the ball away after winning it back. It's so frustrating. Mason Mount has it. Is that not offside? I mean, they're looking at him. Rasmus Højlund has potentially scored an equaliser, but I thought that was offside when the pass was put through, and it is disallowed. So, referee's done a good... Well, I say he's done a good job. He's done his job. Why have we got another highlight? It's the end of the half. I mean, I don't mind having the highlight if we score, but not if Mahara's just going to go giving the ball away and we end up conceding. Here's to Chesney. Finds Piscini. Oh, that was close. It's going to be a corner. Will we have time to take it? We've played the 2 minutes. Duchesney will take the corner, puts it into the box, and it's headed over the bar. Now, that should be it. Yeah, it's half-time. I don't like stressful ends to a half, whether it's the first half or the second half. Right, let's go back out there. We're 1-0 up. We really do need a second goal because we saw when Højlund scored his disallowed goal that only takes a moment of good play from United or a mistake from us. Most of these highlights seem to be starting with United. Mohamed Sham to Duchesney, to Piscini, to Mahara, back to Piscini. What can he do with it? He's going on the left-hand side, puts it in the box, and... Well, Mohamed Sham probably should have done better with that. It's a goal kick to United. Ramsdale takes it to Renan. They've got Lavia in their team as well. I'd be interested to see what the age profile is of this Man United team. Because they do have a few players that you imagine are going to be well into their 30s by now. Here's Mahara, heads it down for Martin Fernandes. To Emerson Fernandes. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Oh, Emerson Fernandes... He's determined he's going to get on a score sheet today, isn't he? He really is. Right, hang on. I've just noticed that this is playing about again. What is... Oh, I have no idea what's going on with this. I really don't. Now it's moved the whole thing. We'll just, right, no, hang on. Now it's gone back over there. There we go. We're back to normal. I don't know why that changes like that. I really don't. Right. We probably need to look at making some substitutions. We've got a few tired legs on the field. I think we're going to bring on Mensah for Martin Fernandez, because he is looking a bit tired. Mohamed Sham can come off for Alan Marek. I need to give Lars Ollison more of a chance. We'll leave it like that for now. Oh, this is closer than I want it to be. Can we just get a second? Right, let's make another couple of substitutions. I think we bring on Duarte for Mahara, and Bradley Barcola can come on for Chesney, because they are looking extremely tired. As much as they are our best players, we don't want them picking up a big injury, because personally, if we're without Mahara and Chesney, I think we'd be absolutely stuffed. Right, Jean Solis can come in for Emerson Fernandez. That'd be the last of our 5 substitutions. What's going on here? United have the ball. Mensah picks it up, striding forward. Kwaku Mensah off. Kwaku Mensah thought he was going to get his name on the score sheet then. Right, we've got 4 minutes of time to be added on. I'm going cautious because I just don't trust the way we're playing at the moment. Right, we have a corner. Duarte will take it. We've not got as many players forward, but that's presumably because we are going cautious. Duarte puts the ball into the box. It's headed clear. Mensah picks up the loose ball. He's still going, Mensah. Oh, it's a good save from Ramsdale. It's going to be another corner. Didn't think they were going to show it, but they are showing a corner. Duarte will take it as well. Going to whip it in, presumably to the near post where someone like Ortega or Escalada will be. I mean, I appreciate you wasting time, but it's cleared. Piscini puts it back in, comes back out to Piscini to Duarte. Here's Solis, and it's saved by Ramsdale. It's going to be another. I mean, the highlights at the end of this game, it is all us. And that is it. That's all she wrote, folks. It's 1-0 to the Palace. We've got the win against Manchester United at home. Presumably it was in front of a full house as well. Arsenal now go top of the table, with Chelsea and United both losing today. Arsenal winning, Leicester actually picking up a win. I think that's their first win of the season. And Wolves beating Ipswich. So we are now 3rd in the table, 1 point off top. I mean, there's 3 teams on 26. There's Wolves on 25. I mean, we drew with them on the second game of the season, and I thought that was a bad result. I'm actually looking at it now thinking maybe it wasn't that bad after all. Then Tottenham and Liverpool, Man City in 8th, Newcastle in 9th. I mean, what is going on? And then the rest pretty much are as you would expect. So, we're going to play forward for the next couple of days into the Qarabag game, and I'll see you there for that one. Right, Qarabag away. They are an Azerbaijani team. It could be a bit of a tricky tie going away from home against a team like this. Presumably they're going to have a really small stadium and passionate supporters that are there and whatever else. But they are 30th in the league table, so we would expect to win this game. I need to take Bradley Barcola out of here, and I'm going to bring in Zauri. He is back from his injury. He's only recommended to play 60 minutes of football, so we're just going to keep him in on the subs bench, maybe bring him on for the last 20, 30 minutes, depending on how we're doing. So it's an unchanged team, basically. McKenna in goal, Calvo and Martin Fernandez in the fullback positions, Escalada and Ortega in the centre of defence, Fernandez and Akasvatni in the centre of midfield, Chesney and Mahara out wide with Mohamed Sham in behind Piscini. I've not been overly impressed with Mohamed Sham. In actual fact, I'm going to bring Lars Ollison in because there's not much of a difference between the two. There's only half a star. And Mohamed Sham's not really impressed me, to be perfectly honest. Right, let's get into the game. I do keep getting notifications that Kenta Mahara is in need of a rest, and obviously rested both or all the players from the first 11. Is their little stadium. Rested all the players from the first 11 for 2 days between games. But I think what I might do is I'm going to give Mahara a few days rest, you know, maybe a week to rest up. And I'll show you after this game when we look at the schedule. And Mahara's just taken a knock as well, actually. Right, we have a free kick. Mahara's going to take it. And it's over the bar. I mean, this is very reminiscent of a League One, League Two type stadium. There's only 2,741 fans here. I mean, we were getting better attendances than that with Aveley in the National League. So, not a massive crowd for a Champions League game. We're not really doing a great deal in this, which is a bit of a concern. I mean, I know the game is 90 minutes long and we need to be patient sometimes, but... Oh, we've hit the crossbar. Emerson Fernandez knocks it back to Ortega, but... Right, we have a corner. Mahara's going to take it. I don't know what Ortega thought he was doing there. An overhead back kick. I mean, he's not Garnacho or Rooney or whoever else has done them sort of things. Here's Martin Fernandez with the throw to Ortega, turns, crosses, and that's a goal. Sergio Piscini, the referee's got his finger in his ear though, he's going to disallow this, I think. The way this game's going, this has got disallowed written all over it. Oh, he's awarded it. Thank you, referee. Sergio Piscini, he's actually got a really good record in the Champions League, Piscini. He's only scored something like 2 goals in 6 games in the Premier League, but he's got like, I think it's 5 goals in 5 games in the Champions League, which is pretty decent. Here's Martin Fernandez. Can he get the cross in? He can. And the keeper actually comes out and claims that very nice. What's happening there? Oh, it's a penalty. So Mahara should be a penalty taker. And it's been awarded. I wonder what the goalkeeper was doing when he went running out of his box with the ball. I was like, hang on a minute, it's not rugby. Here's Mahara with the penalty. And he scores it. It's 2-0. 11th goal of the season for Kenta Mahara. This boy is so important to us, isn't he? Let me know in the comments if we get an offer of like 100 million for him. Would you sell him or would you just do everything you can to keep the boy? I think he's got a release value or release clause about 95 million, something like that. If you had a choice though, would you cash in or would you just keep him and try and offer him another contract or something like that? Here's Martin Fernandez with a throw to Escalado. Back to Martin Fernandez. Runs into the box. He's played a 1-2 with the Qarabag defender. Oh, that's bounced about. I think the keeper actually done really well to keep hold of that. Here's Calvo. If we can get another goal, I want to take Mahara off then because he's got that knock. I don't want him being out injured too long. Ball's cleared by the Qarabag goalkeeper. Of course, the injury that Mahara's got, I was planning on leaving him out for the game after our next league game, which is against Southampton, then the following one against Brighton, and just giving him a rest during that time. But if his injury is more than a couple of days, then our hand is probably going to be forced. Akasvatny gives it away. Qarabag can come forward. They're looking dangerous and they've scored. And that was not in the plan. Qarabag have got a goal back on the 53rd minute. And it's their first shot on target. We were just carved open far too easily there. Right, like it or not, Kenta Mahara is going to have to come on. So Alan Marrick can come on. I mean, nobody from an attacking sense is really doing it. Akasvatny's had a terrible game. So we're going to take him off and bring on... Who are we going to bring on? Oh, Bitshiabu? No, can't do that. We'll bring on Solis. Do we swap them over? No. Go back again. Right. Come on, boys. This is far more of a struggle than I was anticipating it to be. And it's a game we really do need to win. Right, 70th minute. We're going to make another couple of substitutions. We're going to bring on Duarte for Duchesne. And Ollison come off for Zahuri. And hopefully Zahuri or Maric or someone can get us a goal. Because I'm not happy sitting here at just 2-1. It's going to be Maric with the free kick. Oh, okay, maybe not. Just decided suddenly it weren't worth showing that. Can you imagine doing that match of the day and they show you someone standing over the ball taking a free kick and then just suddenly say, actually, no, we're not going to show you that one. Right, time's ticking down. I'm going to make a final substitution. And I think Martin Fernandez can come off for Finley Hyde. Because he's, again, looking quite tired. I probably should get better at rotating our players. I'm just really hoping we don't concede now, because a draw against Qarabag would be a bad result. Right, there's a free kick. Are they going to show this one? Maybe. He's taking his time, which I don't mind him taking his time. Got 1 minute of additional time to be played. Duarte puts the ball forward for Emerson Fernandez. I'll tell you what, Emerson Fernandez gets himself in some good positions, but he's not particularly good at finishing. And now the highlight continues. Zahuri has it, gets tackled, but Duarte then gives the ball away. They just punt it upfield. Escalada picks up the loose ball to Solis, to Fernandez, to Duarte, to Zahuri. Maric gives it back to Duarte. Oh, he's got the tackle. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've played more than the allotted time. Come on, ref, blow your whistle. Oh, they almost scored. Oh, my word, it's offside. Oh, we hung on against Qarabag to win 2-1. I mean, 23 shots at goal, an XG of 3.49, 61% possession. That should have been far more comfortable than it was. But you know what? We've got the win. We'll leg it out of Azerbaijan, say Afghanistan, then out of Azerbaijan. We're second in our Premier League table. The other teams do have games still to play. So I think what we'll do is we'll skip forward and I'll come back to you when the other teams have played their games so you can see exactly where we are in the table. So all the games have been played. We sit fourth in the table. We're on 12 points, only 1 point off the top. But if you look down here, Napoli, who are in 25th, the place outside the playoff area, they're on 5 points. So we're 7 points ahead of them with 3 games to go. If we get one more win from our remaining 3 games, then I'll be very confident that we will qualify for the next, or for, at least for the playoff stage. And when you look at it, we've got Barcelona, we've got Benfica, 3rd and 5th in this table. Benfica are actually undefeated at the moment. Barcelona have only lost 1 game, and that was against PSG, who are 2nd. If we have a look at the schedule, in terms of Champions League games coming up, we've got Benfica coming up next at home. We've got a double header here, which is Barcelona away and then Villarreal at home. The home game against Villarreal is kind of looking like a more likely win, but we'd also like to be able to get something against Benfica at home. So, yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position, quite honestly. So what we'll do is we'll play a few games off camera. I'll tell you about Kenta Mahara in a minute. I'm going to play Brentford, Southampton, Brighton, Benfica. Probably bring you back on Monday for Leicester and Reading. Might do those 2 games. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Might come back for Benfica, but I want to try and get a little bit further forward. Otherwise, this season's going to go on forever. So yeah, I'll see you on Monday for those ones. In terms of Kenta Mahara's injury, he's only out for 1 to 2 days. So he should be available for the game against Brentford. And then what I'm looking at doing after the game against Brentford, who are currently 9th, is resting him for the game in midweek against Southampton, resting him for the game at the weekend against Brighton, and then bringing him back for the Champions League game against Benfica. Might even give him the last half an hour of the Brighton game. But yeah, that will all be on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Don't forget Aveley Road to Glory will be out on Sunday at 2 p.m. We're back with Bottoms Up on Monday at 6 p.m. as normal. And have an amazing weekend. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you. Bye-bye.